So the next feature that I want to cover in 2.3 is the addition of crossfade looping. This is also another highly requested update, and now we've got it in 2.3. Now, you can't use this in Program Edit directly for a drum program pad as an example. Let's just go and take a look at the sample editor to show you what I mean. So I've got this drone loaded into the sample editor here. So let's just take a listen to it. You're going to hear a little bit of a click at the start of this sample. So if we just engage loop, so this is just a forward loop, it's going to play as you've just heard it, but it's now going to loop over. And for me to loop that, I have to press pad 13, and you're still going to hear that click every time it loops. So if we want to now get rid of that, you can now see we've got this crossfade loop function. Now this only works in forward loop mode. So you have to engage forward loop mode, and to also be able to hear the crossfade, you have to press pad 16 to audition it to see if you've got it the way you want it. If we just press pad 16 now, we still haven't applied that crossfade. So this is going to continuously loop now. You just need to press pad 16 once and it will just continuously loop. This is now how we can adjust the crossfade. So let's press the crossfade button. You can still hear the click, but if we now increase the length of the crossfade, so it's not allowing me to increase the length beyond 1. There's a reason for that, and that's because we've got loop lock engaged, so we need to take that off, and we also need to move the loop point to 10 samples past the start point. So as you can see, we're 6,425 samples past it, so we're completely good to go now. So now this will crossfade loop. We probably still won't be able to hear it because we have to adjust the crossfade length. Let's just play it back again. So you can hear it clipping or clicking again. Let's go to crossfade. Now I'm going to put in a length of 1000 as an example. The click has completely gone. If we increase this to 10,000, you get an even smoother fade now. Now it's set to equal power. So let's now switch that to linear, and that kind of makes it even smoother. I'm going to now increase the length to 30,000. So it's topped out at 10,873 samples. That loop is a lot smoother than it previously was. So let's just close that. Let's now adjust the endpoint, and again, so the click we get is the initial portion of the sample. So we can obviously adjust that using an envelope in the program editor, or we can just put a process fade on that, or a fade in rather. But as you can hear, crossfade loop works perfectly if you want to create a perfectly smooth drone. In fact, let's just fade in the start. I'm going to use an exponential fade, which is like a quicker ramped up fade. Let's now extend the length of the sample to somewhere near the end, and let's put the loop point there. So now we've still got the click there because the crossfade has been reset because we adjusted it. So let's put that back up to 10,000. Let's also bring that in there now. And now let's reduce that to 3,000 and see what we get. To use this, you can't use this in Program Edit directly, but what you need to do is assign it to a pad. So if we now press assign, now we can assign it to a pad. So we can make a new sample or assign it to a pad. I'm just going to assign the slice to a pad. Don't need to worry about these. I'm going to assign it to pad 13. Let's press do it. If we go to program editor and now press that pad back, it's not going to loop because we need to set the sample playback to note on as we would with any other loop. Let's go to the samples page. We can see that it's automatically engaged now the forward loop, and this should be our perfectly cross-faded loop that we just created in the sample editor. That actual loop isn't the perfect loop ever to show you what this can do, but it is really interesting on different types of content. I'm not too sure why it's just restricted to the sample editor at the moment, but hopefully we'll see that as an update in the near future. And that's crossfade looping, guys.